Hey and welcome to a new video. Today my camera is a little bit in the top right corner, but it is for a good reason, I promise. But we want to show you how you can customize your Webchat widget using custom CSS. And although this seems really advanced and more developer-like, it is actually pretty easy. And we just want to empower you if you want to make a little bit more customization than what the Webchat widgets settings and customization options provide you with, that you are able to do so. So before anything, let's go towards the Webchat widget. So how to get here is by opening up your omni-channel chatbot, because the Webchat channel is inside, and then choose the Webchat widget. Go towards the very last option, display style. From here, you will see custom CSS. Now, we're just going to go through a few examples, like I want to change the background color of this bubble, the user bubble. Now, how do we do this? First of all, we need to right click inside the empty space and then use inspect. It brings up a lot of code and stuff like that. Again, it seems really advanced, but it is really easy. So what we are going to do is we're going to go towards this arrow with the box, going to press this so it becomes blue. And now we can basically select anything on the page. So if we go towards the bubble and press this, you will see that we are going to highlight a certain section, and that is the class chat bubble user. Now, although this is the class that we need, this is actually not the class that we need inside the custom CSS. For this, we need to go towards styling. And here you will see that it is .chat-bubble and then .user. And here we can customize a few things. So for example, if I were to say background, and I want to have this blue, I also need to make sure that this is set to imported. And now you can instantly see that it changes, right? So instead of first going here to make the customizations, because this is not updated in real time, you can play around with the style tab here. So as you can see now, this is now blue, but we can customize it to any color by just using the color picker, for example, and we can just use the slider, as you can see here. So for example, if we were to say we want to go a little bit with an orange like user chat bubble, right? Let's do so. First, we are going to copy over this style. So just copy and make sure that your CSS always begins with a dot, and then grab the styling, the class itself. Then go with an open curly bracket and press enter. That will automatically add the closing curly bracket as well. And in between, we can write anything that we want to. Now we just saw that we want to change the background. So we are going with background, then going with the columns, and then we are going to just copy and paste this color, because I think it's a really good color. And we are going to just copy and paste this directly inside. Now you can also do it with a space. I like to do it without a space. And if we say apply changes and now close, and if we are going to refresh, then this custom CSS should now adhere towards this. So in order to make sure that that happens, let's retrace our steps and let's delete this line, so it defaults back. So we can see that the custom CSS is actually working. So if we are going to refresh the page, now we should see the change in the color. So if we go back towards display, custom CSS, and now also open this, you will see that our bubble now holds. Pretty cool, right? And you can do this with multiple things. So for example, I don't really like the sizing of this. I could, for example, increase the font size. And the way to do this is, again, by opening inspect, selecting this arrow with the square, and just go towards the top. You will see that the class is mr-1, and you can see the class here as well. So if I want to say, I want to increase the font size, and let's say the font size needs to be 30 pixels. You can see that that is really big, right? So let me actually move my camera here so we can actually see it. But we can change this towards our liking. So if I say I want to go with 15 pixels, you can see that that is a little bit too small. Maybe I want to increase it to before it breaks. That's there. So let's go with 20 pixels. So that means that I can now use this style, just copy and paste this, just enter a new line, and then use an open curly bracket again. And then we can just duplicate the CSS styling. So we have font, and then hyphen size, colons, and then let's say 20 pixels. And also go with important, just in case it does not accept our code by default and it gets overridden by the default code. And if we are going to say, okay, we're going to disable this and going to apply the changes, really, really important. If we refresh the page now and go towards the Webchat widget display, before we even open custom CSS, we can see that we now have a much larger header. So how cool is this that you can change this with custom CSS and don't have to be too developer-like for making this happen, right? We're just going to inspect the page, mess around with the styling a little bit, and just copy everything over inside the custom CSS box. Pretty simple, I think. So let's go with another example. Let's say I want to adjust this. I find it a little bit too small and I want to increase this as well. So again, I'm going to go with inspect, going to grab this section entirely, and you can see that this section is this section, but actually it has two classes, a date separator, as you can see, and we also have a text slate 700. So that means that there are two sections here. So maybe we can hone in a little bit more. So if we are to take a look, for example, I want to only use a text slate, right? Well, actually, let's go here. So we have the date separator, as you can see, and it has a font size of 4, and then it adheres towards a certain root size. But we also have a height. So let's say I want to increase this height, and let's see what it does. So, for example, if we go towards the height and just use the up and down arrows, let's see what we get. So you can see that now we get a little bit more space. And if we go with the line height, let's see what we get then. You can see that this is being stretched in between, right? Let's keep this the same. Don't really want to adjust this and this as well. But for example, I want to adjust the text. So if we are going to say, I think this might be the text, let's increase the size and let's see if that is the case, right? So let's say font size will be 20 pixels. It gets overwritten, okay. But now let's see if we can say, okay, it will be 20 pixels, important. And now you can see, because we add that important, we can now see that it directly increases. So if you want to have a little bit of a bigger size, that's also possible. Let's say I want to change the color. Let's go with a new line. Let's say I want to change the font color. Well, actually, let's go with the color. I think that is enough. And let's say this will be orange. Yeah. So we don't have to select the font color because this specifically only targets the text itself, and we don't have to address that. So let's say I want to go with a black, or I want to go with an, let's say velvet. And let's go with a violet, or let's go with, what kind of options do we have? We have various, so let's just scroll down until we have one that might be a nice one. Let's go with a dark magenta. No, not really. It's not exactly what I'm looking for. Let's just say I want to go with this darker blue, right? So if I am going to say, okay, I want to adjust this, we're going to copy the text slate 700. And then from here, oh, it did not copy. Let's just fill it in then. Text hyphen slate hyphen 700. And then let's open with a curly bracket. And then let's just say color. And this will be darker blue. And then let's go with important. Just in case anything does not get overwritten. Let's say change, and also let's increase the size. So let's also inside, we can also go with, let's add another line. We can now also say font size, font size, and then let's make this the same as there. Let's say 20 pixels. And let's also make this an exclamation mark of important. Let's save this. Let's turn this off and also this. And let's see if the changes are reflecting after the page reload. So let's take a look. And there we have it. Pretty cool, right? And again, it's not that difficult. We're just going to inspect, select what we want to customize, play around with the styling inside of the inspect. And if we think, okay, that is perfect, just going to copy over those values directly inside the custom CSS. So I hope this gives you an idea on how you can customize the various sections if it's not an available option within the Webchat widget settings. Of course, you can do much more in CSS. For example, if I go towards a customization that I have on my own Webchat widget, then we'll see that I have a lot of different styling, right? So I have a lot more inside here. But that is something that you can also do. For example, even add keyframes. So what this does is on the page reload. So if I do that, then you will see that the Webchat widget will bounce a little bit. And of course it will not. Oh, there it is. Had a little bit of a delay, but you can see that you can also add shadows if you like to. So there is a lot of customization possible with using custom CSS. So do try it out, have some fun with it. If you have any questions, do drop them down in the comment section below and we'll try to reply to you as soon as possible. For now, have a great day and take care.